You do have Bitcoin prices back below $65,000. What's happening under the surface?
Yeah, for context, this is a pullback for ants compared to what Bitcoin historically has been through, right? In previous bull markets, Bitcoin has experienced 30% drawdowns 5 or more times. So on the way up, in 2017, we went from $1,000 to $20,000. There was multiple 30% drawdowns. Right now, we're about 13 to 15% drawdown. So in historical context, this is actually a very small drawdown in a bull market. Now, the other thing that's happening, I think, is if you extend out and you look over the last 10 years, in the last 5 years, Bitcoin's up 1,500%. The S&P is up not even double. If you go back 10 years, Bitcoin is compounded. The compound annual growth rate of Bitcoin is 60%. The S&P is 11%. And so if you compare those things, if you want volatility on the upside, you're going to need some volatility on the downside to get there. And so I think that just keeping the historical context is important because this is a very, very small drawdown compared to what we've seen in the past.
But does it mean that traders really ought to buckle up here and expect potentially more volatility, further drawdowns ahead?
I mean, there is some irony in the fact that Wall Street came in, and when the ETFs were approved, immediately the price crashed, right? Kind of like welcome to Bitcoin. And then we break all-time highs. And 3 of the last 4 times that we had broken all-time highs, Bitcoin's price had doubled in 18 days or less. And then all of a sudden we get a 15% drawdown. And so I think one of the lessons of Bitcoin over the last, call it 3-4 years is no one knows what the future is going to be. And we've even violated some of those historical rules that people held kind of as these like holy rules, right? We had never seen Bitcoin go below a previous all-time high. We had never seen Bitcoin hit an all-time high before the halving. Both of those rules got broken. And so I think we're in uncharted territory here. And people have to understand this is like an 80 vol asset that, yes, it's been the best performing asset, but it is very, very volatile all the way up.